So today I'm going to be introducing you to our essay number 2, which is an expository essay on college urban legends. So in the last video, I introduced Unit 2 and explained how we're going to be using college urban legends as an example of storytelling that we do as adults and how it may function to help us understand the world around us. So to recap what I went over in the last video, generally speaking, an urban legend is any modern, fictional story told as truth that reaches a wide audience by being passed from person to person. While there hasn't been a lot of research done on urban legends, we can look at research into rumors and rumor transmission as a way to understand how urban legends spread. In his article called Rumors, Urban Legends, and Internet Hoaxes, Henry Dunn explains that both rumors and urban legends have the common element of being spread as truth, despite a lack of evidence to support the claims they are making. He points out that there must be some common element to both rumors and urban legends that would cause people to believe and spread this information without proof. And in fact, there is, and it all starts with anxiety. Before we get into the research, let's talk a little bit about anxiety. So anxiety is a very powerful feeling. If you have ever suffered from anxiety or know someone who has, you know it can feel like you are dying, even though nothing is physically wrong with your body. That anxiety can also affect the way our brain processes information. Going back to the research, in a study by a researcher named Prasad, it was found that when anxiety levels increase in a person, that person becomes more likely to believe inaccurate information, and also more likely to spread this information to others. Basically, as we become more anxious, we become more willing to believe what people tell us, even when the rational side of us might argue against it. This is important when we talk about urban legends, which can often seem so implausible. Other than anxiety, there were 3 other factors that increased transmission rates. The first was uncertainty, not having all the facts. The second was importance. The information must be about something that matters. And the third is belief. The more believable the rumor or legend, the more it spread. With all that considered, it's not all that surprising that college campuses would be such common places for urban legends. With high levels of anxiety, importance, and uncertainty, it is the perfect place for urban legends to spread. In Essay 2, you will be choosing 2 common themes found in college urban legends, and doing your own research to explain why these stories are important to students, and what real-world anxieties they could represent. The goal is not to prove whether or not these stories are true. Instead, we want to look at why they are spread, and how they can teach us about the anxieties that college students have. In Essay 2, you're going to be doing a couple different things. The first thing you're going to do is you want to make sure you define what an urban legend is. You can choose any definition you want, either from the readings, or you can even choose a dictionary definition, and you'll probably want to put this somewhere in the introduction. Next, you want to describe 2 themes related to college urban legends. And for each theme, you're going to summarize and cite 2 stories that support your chosen theme. These are going to be the first 2 body paragraphs of your essay. Finally, for each theme, you will also analyze and assert what real-life universal experience is represented. To support your claims, you're going to provide evidence from news stories, statistics, research articles, or any other trustworthy outside source. These will be our last 2 body paragraphs. Let's look at my example. The first thing I'm going to do is pick my 2 themes. And then for each of those themes, I'm going to pick 2 stories that go with that theme. The themes can be any reoccurring idea that is found in multiple college urban legends, and you can find lots of examples on the discussion board, which is named College Urban Legends Class Discussion, and what you can do is go there and find a bunch of different examples of different themes that you can choose from. For my example, I chose 2 themes. So the first one here is you can't trust professors, since there were so many stories about professors taking advantage of students or tricking students. And the 2 stories that I narrowed it down to was the one from the Major and Bray, where the professor tricks the students into licking urine. And then the story 2 is when the professor crawls through the window to give a pop quiz. I thought both those stories represent this theme really well. And then my second theme here is very different than my first, and it's the idea of there being protective or lucky entities on campus. So this was a theme that I saw a lot as well. So my first story is the story about the duck spirit that roams the halls and blocks freshmen from over drinking. And then the second one is a Columbia University urban legend about the owl that if you see, you become valedictorian. So those were my two stories. So once I have my themes and my stories chosen, I can figure out my research topics. So for each theme, I'm going to be coming up with one topic to research. And the first thing I want to do is brainstorm different options for my research topics. So when brainstorming different research topics for my theme, I want to consider a couple different things. One, why do students find this theme to be important? What fears or anxieties does this theme represent? How can we relate this theme to real-life college experiences? And what could we research to better understand this anxiety or this fear? So let's apply this to my first theme, which is you can't trust professors. So to start, we can write down the obvious. Anxiety around untrustworthy professors could be a result of students having negative experiences with professors who abuse their power. I could also research students feeling pressure to get good grades. I could look at student anxiety about being away from parents for the first time, and maybe the general problem of unfair grading practices in college. Now that we have a list for my first theme, we can move on to my second theme. This theme is protective or lucky entities on campus meant to help students. To start, there is an idea that college can be a really scary and isolating place for students, and so these stories about protective or lucky spirits can be comforting and help alleviate anxiety. There is also the implication that campuses can be scary and even unsafe places, so these entities are needed. I could also look at the student need for control, and even the need for real-life mentors. Now that I have my list of possible research topics, I want to narrow it down to one research topic per theme. I want to choose topics that I can easily research and that I want to write about. As I said before, I should end up with 2 themes, 2 urban legends per theme, and 2 research topics with 1 per theme. So for my sample paper, I've narrowed it down to 2 themes and 2 research topics. So for my You Can't Trust Professors theme, I'm choosing to research unfair grading practices in college. And then for my second theme, which is about protective or lucky entities on campus, my research topic is going to be college campuses as isolating for new students. So I can research that and find some articles that talk about that issue. So now that I have my themes and my research topics figured out, I can turn these into a thesis and topic sentences. So I'm going to provide some templates here for you to use, but if you want more information, you can go to the page in this module called Essay 2 Thesis and Topic Sentences Templates, and that's going to provide all this information as well as some additional information as well. So for my thesis, I want to make sure that I name my 2 themes and my 2 research topics somewhere in the thesis. So the easiest way to do this is just to say 2 themes of urban legends that exist on college campuses are, then you're going to name your 2 themes. Then you can put a semicolon and you can write the universal experience or anxiety, whatever you want to say that these represent are, and then you're going to name those research topics. So next we're going to write our topic sentences, and our first 2 body paragraphs are going to have very similar topic sentences because both those paragraphs are going to be talking about your 2 themes. So here I've provided a template. It's super simple. You're just going to say the first theme that is commonly found in college urban legends is, state your theme, and then for body paragraph number 2 you'll say the second theme that is commonly found in college urban legends is, and state your second theme. So next we're going to write the topic sentences for the last 2 body paragraphs, which is about our research topics. So what you're going to do is you're going to restate the themes that you mentioned in your previous paragraphs, and then you're also going to mention your research topic. So I have 2 templates here. This would be for your body paragraph 3, and then the second one would be for body paragraph 4, but of course you can write them however you want. Okay, so that's going to be it for now. Now it's your turn to go through the process, make sure you choose your themes, your research topics, and then you're going to be writing your thesis and topic sentences and putting those on your outline for essay number 2. In the next video, I will explain how to do your research for your research topics and how to actually write your paragraphs. But for now, thesis, topic sentences, and I look forward to reading them.